is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. We are doing a reading for their current thoughts and feelings. So we are going to find out a little bit about what your person's thinking, how they're feeling towards you, and get some advice from Spirit on that. We have 3 different cards here. These are going to be like chakra cards, kind of a general vibe of your person. And to pick your pile, we have these 4 little crystal clusters here. Really, it's just the first one that jumps out at you. They contain, 4 little crystals here. I can zoom in on them if it's exciting to do that. I'm really not sure, but we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And I can zoom out on this and pick a pile and the timestamp will be below. I look forward to reading for you. Thank you. Goodbye. Pile 1. Okay, let's get started on this reading. This is going to be about their current thoughts and feelings towards you. So let's see. This is our tarot deck that we're going to be using, but I wanted to pull up the signifier card first. This was like your pile card, and I'm going to say this is the general vibe or energy of your person. And then this will help us determine what their current thoughts and feelings are. But in general, we have determination. And this is more of a like sacral, solar plexus chakra. I would even say solar plexus being that it's more yellow. This to me, it could tell me that your person is more wrapped up in kind of like achieving things for themselves. This might be if they feel distant or if they feel a little cut off, it could very well be because they're just so focused really on their own direction and achieving things. And yeah, the determination, it doesn't really feel like it's connected to a romantic vibe, but that doesn't mean they don't feel completely romantic towards you. It's just I think they might be pretty wrapped up in work or some like checking off some box or achieving some milestone of their own. So I wanted to see in 3 cards their current thoughts and feelings towards you. We're going to jump right into it. So we've got Spirit of Pentacles, Heart of Cups, and okay, so interesting. I mean, this is Queen of Cups, King of Pentacles, and Justice. There's this very like balanced, logical, like this person does not seem hasty. They don't seem like they're just crazy. They don't seem like they might be strong and sort of bullheaded or determined, but I don't think they're difficult to deal with in the sense that they're not reasonable. And this Justice card even tells me they might be like reasonable to an irritating degree. I can almost see them just having like a logical argument or rebuttal for everything. They're almost tiring, but I really do think that they're just hyper focused right now. I don't think they're silly. I don't think they're rushing in. In fact, I think they have a lot of like stamina. I think they're very stable. And I think that they are like, they're trying to better themselves. They're trying to improve their situation. And I think you're a part of this. So someone like this, just based on these 3 cards, this isn't someone that just winds up with someone. This is someone who's always trying to better their situation, who's always looking ahead, who always, like, they're always thinking, what can I do better? And I don't think this is someone who trims the fat. Like, if it's not serving them, if it's a hemorrhage of money or finances or resources, whatever it is, like, this person would cut that thing or person out of their life. So if you're here, I do think you guys are, they're along for the ride with you. However, I just think they're very focused on achieving whatever it is they have to achieve to, feel good and feel settled and feel accomplished. But yeah, this person wants to be accomplished. Now, how this feels like towards you, I'm not sure yet. This is actually them and their vibe in 3 cards. But let's see how they're feeling towards you. I'm just going to take 1 card over for this. And we have the 3 of Wands. So this is quite hopeful. This tells me that they are like contemplating you. They're thinking on you. They're planning this could be a card of even like planning like a next move with you, it's looking out into the horizon. It's looking for a direction. It's starting to put a little structure to things. It's definitely a positive card for a relationship. And I think asking the question, how do they feel about you? I think they're trying to figure out how you guys can work, how this is going to take shape in a positive way. So if you feel like maybe you can feel like they're trying to either like fit you in or work you in or really figure out how your worlds are going to sort of jive together, I think this is a very positive card for that. So let me see a little bit more about their current thoughts and feelings for you. Okay, so 3 of Swords, and you know what, I'm going to grab this guy. You know what, I overthought it. I'm not going to grab any of these. Okay. I want this one. These cards are sticky. Okay, Strength. So I do think they don't want to hurt you. This person seems very, very mature. It seems like they've done this before. I don't think they're new at this whole relationship thing. They're either like a divorcee who is married for quite a while, or they're very good at managing their relationships. I think they have plenty of acquaintances, plenty of business connections, plenty of friends, plenty of people to like, you know, play golf with or ski with or travel with or just sit down and have a drink with. Like, I think they're very good at making and kind of harvesting and fostering these connections. They don't want you to get hurt. So where I'm going with this is they're good at relationships. They know how the game works. They really are trying to protect you. I really think they're trying to see how you're going to fit in with their world, with their life, with their day-to-day, and to see if you guys really want the same things at the end of the day. And maybe they're testing you. Maybe this is kind of a test of your genuine interest in them, like just how crazy about them are you? What are you willing to endure? What are you willing to put up with? What would it really look like if you guys were together? So I do think there's this kind of like almost this test on your part. It's a gentle test. It's not anything like too abrupt or too crazy. Like I don't think it's something you're just gonna fail by one wrong move, but I really do feel like you are being kind of tested, you're being pushed, and they really want to see where you're at. Are you enjoying this process? Do you feel like you're in turn like contributing something to this relationship? So it is an intense energy here. It could be seen as romantic, and I think they actually do see it as romantic. I don't know if you see it as romantic, but I have a feeling you understand how this person works and how their brain works and where they're at. They're not your average person. This is someone who I think is very driven towards success, who has a very specific idea of what they want to achieve and how they want to go about doing that. Your person is, I'm sure they're quite a catch. They just come with all these other things you have to maybe deal with or put up with. Being with them would be probably exciting. I'm sure that they would have, if they don't already, like the resources to have a lot of fun together and enjoy things and live a great life. If you feel like you're being tested right now, I think you are. But really they are conscious of not wanting to hurt you. And this not wanting to hurt you is, I think moving forward, they want to make sure that you really fit in and that you want to be there. So these are their current thoughts and feelings. I think this is very positive. Your person seems very, I just keep seeing like stable. It's balanced, and I think they've gotten further with you than they've gotten with anyone in a while. I don't think they're very quick to get to this point where they're spinning their own wheels and putting their own time and energy into something that isn't like making money. So I think you guys are off to a great start. I don't even know if this is a start. You could have been going at this for like a year and you're just not getting to this point. But I think things are positive between you guys. And I hope that if this is what you want, that you move forward and proceed lovely together. Okay, thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Goodbye. Tarot, and you are pile 2. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. We're going to get right into it. Okay, this is a reading for their current thoughts and feelings towards you, and this is going to be kind of like a signifier card to see them right now currently, and I guess the space they're taking up and holding. And so we have Strength, and this is red. This is really very much a root chakra. This is, there's an energy, there's a vibe that comes off of this. And if I associate this with your person, it's almost like they're consumed with something. They are so hyper focused, and that focus, it's to me, it's about what needs to be done more than what they want to be doing right now. So there's something like, I don't even know if they're being pulled in different directions. I wouldn't even say that, but I would say they're really like focused and sort of like just very determined to achieve this one thing. And I don't know, when I think of the root chakra, I think, does this have to do with their home? Does this have to do with their career? But it's not a negative card. It just doesn't, give me this very like over the top warm fuzzy vibe, but we'll see, because it doesn't mean anything one way or the other. It's just them in a card. They're serious, they're focused, they're determined, they're, it's very similar to the last pile in a card. They're all about, I wouldn't say they're all about them. And in fact, this strength card, the more I look at it, it might have a way, there might even be like a protection factor. There might be something to do with how they are kind of protecting you, or protecting your feelings, or protecting some aspect of this dynamic. Let's see. Okay, let's see them right now, like their energy towards you in 3 cards. So we have 9 of Swords, which is a bit heavy. We have Justice, and we have Ace of Wands. I can see the protection here. I can see it with the 9 of Swords. There's this, something could be making them anxious. Something could be kind of, this is a card of anxiety, nightmares, being kept up at night. It's not a warm and fuzzy card at all. The Justice card it makes me think of striking a balance. It makes me think of this like yin and yang. There's always this kind of give and take, but ultimately this goal to keep things balanced, to keep things right, to keep things as they should be. So I do think your person is working to find this balance, this center, this like almost like this compass heading due north, your moral compass, in other words. Like they're trying to do things right. They're trying to keep it like even keeled. But somehow this is stressing them out. Ace of Wands, there's action here, there's passion, there's absolutely like starting and doing something, the desire to see it through. I really think your person, there's a stress here. There could even be so much as like a conflict here. However, they are making these attempts to do the right thing with you. If this tracks, I don't know what that right thing is. I don't know what's brought them to this kind of turmoil almost, but it looks like they are trying to see it through, and they're trying to do it properly. And there's a passion and a drive behind this. There's this desire to make things work, I think. So maybe the strength here is, maybe you're going through something and they have to wait, and maybe this wait requires waiting separately in different areas. Like there might not be any like physical connection between you two during this time. There's just this, like they're being called on. They're being really having to show a very strong, supportive actually could be, I think, a word I've been looking for, supportive side. But yeah, they're definitely feeling this, but they want it to work out. Okay, I want to see I just want to see their thoughts and feelings, how they feel about you in one card. And the Fool. And although the Fool has a funny name associated to it, it's not a bad card at all. This is a card, it's the very beginning of the tarot deck. It's the card of like fresh starts, new beginnings. There's this innocence to this card. It is this like almost wanting to wipe the slate clean kind of card. So if any of this tracks, I do think you are someone that when you guys can fully come together, when whatever it is that's causing this little bit of anxiety or nightmare or constant effort, when that's done, they really want to make a go of it with you. They want this fresh start. They want this kind of fresh, fun, exciting beginning. This almost like a do-over, but like something new and exciting here. And this is, I would wrap this card up in all sorts of excitement and romance and warm and fuzziness. I like this card given the context we put it under. So let's get a little bit more about how they're feeling towards you. And the High Priestess, Four of Wands. So great cards. The High Priestess tells me that there is this still a little bit of mystery. I think they still have questions. They're still unsure. They might be asking questions that you are saying, I'm sorry, just don't know the answer to that right now. It could be about a time frame or about like really nailing down like a future plan or feelings surrounding one specific thing. I just feel like everything is still kind of being weighed and balanced against something else. But that's okay, because this person's into it. They're along for the ride. They really want to have this like fun, fresh start with you. And yeah, the mystery, I think they're definitely intrigued by you. I think they're very much like drawn to you. I don't think they could get out of this right now if they wanted to, because they're so into it. They're into this path, this journey you guys are on. And yeah, I think they're absolutely here for it. They love the whatever mystery, however different this relationship presents itself than any of their others, they are absolutely here for it. So know that. Four of Wands, this is such a card of like ceremony, of love, of celebration, of people coming together, of returning home. I really think if they let their minds wander and they pictured a direction with you, I really think it could be something very beautiful and something that you would, if you liked this person and cared a lot for them and wanted to be with them, it would, make you glow. You would be very happy to hear that they want the same thing with you. And these are the things these quintessential things that relationships are built on. So I really think they feel very strongly for you. But yes, they're dealing with they're dealing with whatever you're dealing with, they're dealing with it as well. And they're, I think, absorbing a lot of like external, whatever's being thrown at them. And I do think it has something to do with your, I don't want to say issues, but your situation, maybe your issues, your whatever it is. But they are being very strong and supportive, I believe, during this time. So I hope this tracked. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, and watch some other readings there. Most of them are about love. Okay, thank you so much. I look forward to reading for you again. Goodbye. This is a reading for their current thoughts and feelings towards you. So we have our tarot deck here. I'll get into this in a moment. But we have your sort of pile 3 signifier card. Oh my goodness. And this is the card that is going to sum up your person's like energy or vibe in a card. And we have success. It's funny, these 3 readings have been very similar in the terms of their card. I actually think this success card, though, I don't think this has so much to do with them striving to be successful in like work. I actually think this is them really striving to be successful in this dynamic with you. This is very hopeful. And if you're into this person and you want them to want to be with you, this is a card to tell me that their current thoughts and feelings are they're striving to be the partner you want them to be. Let's put it that way. This is very much like a sacral chakra energy to me, and this tells me like they want to like quite literally please you. Whatever is pleasing to you, they really want to like manufacture that for you, be that for you, do that for you, live that with you, whatever it is. So I think they are very much on this like mission to please you. This feels like someone who's kind of smitten with you, someone who would do anything for you right now. And if you're really into them, regardless of how you thought or maybe assumed they felt towards you, I would say this is a really positive notion that they're absolutely feeling you. So yeah, let's get some tarot to back this up. I want to see their current thoughts and feelings towards you in 3 cards, kind of like their energy right now regarding you. So we've got 7 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and okay, Innocence of Cups, Page of Cups. 7 of Pentacles is really that card of like putting work in, doing your homework, knowing that you want something out of this and really knowing what you want out of it, and kind of, so there's this strive, there's this effort. Innocence of Cups is really just that go-getter, that dreamer, that wisher. This is someone with that romance, that watery, loved up romance aspect attached to it. And the Hermit would be the hardest card for me to place here, but this tells me, I don't know if they can feel you necessarily. Like, I don't know if they know exactly what you want or expect from them. It's this card of like, there's certain, or they like you so much that you're really making them like they're being very intentional in this time with you. They're really trying to do things right. They're really trying to think and process, like, what does this person want from me? How do I be the best partner? How do I go above and beyond? I really think I really think they're crazy about you. And when I say that, I don't mean for it to sound like surface or shallow. I think they really like you. I think they feel this sense of excitement with you, this sense of like eagerness. Like, they would absolutely, if you told them that you wanted whatever it is, I really think they'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get to work on that. Like, I'm either going to make those changes in my personal life, or I'm going to work on this relationship reflecting exactly that, if that's what you want. Like, I just think they would do just about anything. But from a very earnest way, not in a desperate, like, name it kind of way, but just in a like, yeah, I want this to work. Maybe they've had poor relationships in the past and you're just like completely lighting them up. But there is that sense of it. And the Hermit is this, it could be this change. It could be this part of them that's like, this is new to them. They don't generally do this in a relationship. They haven't really felt this way before. But with you, it's almost like they want to just emerge as this different than they, like, show up differently than they have in any other relationship. But there's such a goodness behind this. There's such like a clean intention behind this. Just in general, the Hermit card can have like a spiritual piece to it, but I don't want to get into like a spiritual thing with your guys' dynamic, because this is really about you guys and your romance and your love. But I just think they want to do right by you and do good things. And they just have a very clean intention here. So let me see just in one card how they feel towards you. Like, they're in one card, how would we define them? This is the Devil, and they are not the Devil. I can't stress that enough. It is my least favorite card in the deck, which probably equates to it being the most feared card in the deck for me. I don't fear the Death card. I don't mind the Tower card. The Devil card scares me. But here's the thing. I have to tell a story of this because nothing here paints your person as the Devil. But I will say this. Your person, so they might have a history. They might be terrified of repeating that history. Maybe they are prone to addictions or excess. Maybe they are hasty. Maybe they've made wrong decisions or choices. I think this could be a card like, we all have a past, and maybe they are afraid of letting their past wash onto this relationship. And I'm not, like, I obviously do not know the person that you have in mind right now, so I don't know if they are truly a good person or truly not. But based on this card, given the context, I would say that they really want you to see them as a good person. And if they are hard on themselves, for good measure, or for good reason or not, I really think, like, seeing this Hermit card tells me they're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to be good. They're putting the work in to do that. They're very earnest and sincere. They're excited about this, and they want you to be happy. They want you to see them as this good person. So that's the only way I can read this Devil card, that they are fearful that you might paint them with a certain brush or judge them, or maybe they open themselves up and confess something. Maybe they did time or whatever. I don't know, but like I said, we all have a history or a past, and I don't take this as a card that they are in any way connected to this any negative energy or tendencies currently, but I think it's a fear of theirs. And that fear can lead to a lot of crazy things. So maybe if this tracks, maybe this is your opportunity to let them know that you really believe in them and care about them and are, just see them and whatever. So, okay, I want to get some input from Spirit and some advice from Spirit. So let's get input from Spirit. 7 of Wands. This is a pretty fierce card, but in a good way. This tells me that they are like, or in general, this is go after it. What do you want? Like, fight for it. This is, yeah, fight for what you want, and like, ready, aim, fire. Like, really go after what you want. Don't hold back. If this makes you happy, go for it. So yeah, I like this because it is a kind of like a no fucks energy, but also a bad bitch energy, also doing exactly what you want to do. It's the doing you. It's just it's a strong vibe, and I like it. So this is Spirit's input, and her input would be like, maybe this is what this relationship calls for right now, but if this feels right, go for it. That's what I get out of this. And I'm really basing that on the Devil card, because now I'm thinking maybe there is this piece of this dynamic where this person is trying so hard to maybe overcompensate or show you something, or to show people around you, family or friends, like how great they are, how kind of like, I hate to say worthy, but like maybe worthy they are. But this person's, from what I can feel, they feel good to me. There's such an genuine earnestness here and a good positive energy. And your person, I like them. I like the sincerity. I like their direction. So yeah, if you're feeling this, do it. And this is input. So now we're going to get, I think, did I say advice? Gosh, did I say input or advice? Input or gift? Input. I don't know. I'm going to turn this into a gift from Spirit, okay? This is your gift from Spirit. Sorry if I said something else. Okay, so 9 of Swords. This gift is that if there is any anxiety or stress around this dynamic, it's going to be lifted. I really feel that that's what this card is. And I never would have anticipated this bottom line coming off of what we talked about on the top, but it happens sometimes. And but that's your gift. If there's something around this relationship that is stressing you out, if all this other stuff tracks, given like the like authenticity of this message, I really think that if there's any like setbacks or stresses or worries around this dynamic, it will be lifted. So yeah, I feel like this last reading felt a little heavier, but I like the message and I like your person, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Tarot. And this is just a little tag on to the last reading I did. You can enjoy this whether you watch that reading or not. But these were the 3 like pile signifier cards that came up. So you're going to pick one of these, and you can like the color, you can like the design. The words, if you can't see them, are determination, strength, and success. Whatever calls out to you, I'm going to flip over the moon card, which will very likely have a stage of the moon, which could be like maybe timing associated with something that you want from this person, something you're hoping to achieve in the dynamic. So yeah, let's turn this over. Not all of these have a timing. Some of them have like a moon goddess associated, so then maybe we wouldn't get timing, we'd get a different message. But okay, so if you like this determination card, here is your timing, quite possibly. And we have the waning gibbous. And there's a message here, I'll read it in a second, but waning gibbous 5 is actually like the getting smaller. This is right after the full moon, and this would be like maybe 5 days after the full moon. So if this tracks for you, or if we have a full moon coming up, or whenever you're watching this, you might get what you want about 5 days after the full moon. Okay, and it says failure is only learning. I move with confidence and resilience. So there you go. Okay, strength. Let's see what we have here. We have waning gibbous 4. Definitely shuffle these. So these would be about 4 days after the full moon, roughly. You would get something that you're asking for, whether it's a sign, whether it's an actual event, or motivation, or whatever. There's something that could happen for you 4 days after the full moon if you picked this pile. Okay, and the final pile, success, or it's just a card really. Here, oh, that's so pretty. Let's get your time frame, and I had a feeling this wasn't going to be a time frame. This is Moon God Bami, and I might be pronouncing that wrong. And pile 3, I have to say, I do not know about the moon god Bami. I will probably come back and fill some information in on that, but I'm going to tell you there's not a time frame associated with this. But we are going to take the message here that says, my words and actions are of beauty, compassion, and love. So maybe this is just a message that either you need to act with as much compassion and love as possible, and that will bring towards you what it is that you seek. So yeah, if you want to fill your words and actions with absolute love, beauty, and compassion, that might be when you get what you want out of this. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.